My name is Anil Sharma, and I'm a physician practicing in Rochester, New York. It was not easy to find a teacher of a decent caliber who really understood and had formal training in Indian classical music. So we had to drive an hour and a half to a well-known teacher in upstate New York, and certainly she has sort of continued to spark their interest and developed some of their skills. But it's obviously difficult to actually make to do the legwork. It makes it hard to travel. We have to share time with other people when we transport our kids. So they certainly have had some sort of formal basic training, but this was an opportunity whereby the training could be done right at home, and this is a unique aspect of this course. I think the personal one-to-one experience has some strengths in that there's somebody right there in front of you listening, but in many ways that was replicated by the virtual classroom. And I think that the advantage of the virtual classroom and the own book is that you can always refresh yourself and go back to what was taught. In the personal one-on-one classroom in upstate New York, what ends up happening is they're there for an hour, but then they can't really go back and see and review what was done during the class unless they take a video camera with them. So this is a big advantage in that you can review the class, and it's a much more formal structure. So that's been very beneficial. I think the other unique aspect of the class has been its sensitivity to the style of teaching. The style of teaching for most classically trained artists is very much a top-down, sort of rigid style of teaching, and one of the things I was very impressed by the classes that we've had has been the very warm and supportive style that Western kids are much more accustomed to and respond to. So I think that's been a very unique and helpful aspect of the virtual classroom. Well, one of the very interesting aspects of the course is that it not only teaches you the basic foundation of Indian classical music, but also the format in which it's presented, in which it relates to modern music. It uses websites and internet websites, both YouTube websites as well as hard copy websites. It uses that to really bring ancient music to modern application. And you get to understand not only the basic structure of the music, but how does it apply in modern Bollywood music. And that's something that that their teacher really didn't do. The traditional approach, of course, is really to understand basic classical music and then continue that. And the thought of singing Bollywood or any light classical is sort of not particularly supported. So I thought this was very good in that they melded old and new, and we were able to understand how the old teaching and the foundations are applied to the modern form of music and singing.